back to game number 3 in tonight's Genesis Squad Scrims. This is the final match of tonight's Scrims, and we now find ourselves in Miramar. We are now with team number 2, as always, led by Jen, Nick, and in around 25 seconds time the flight will take off and we will see what the flight path gives us. So stay with us and we will get going very shortly. And here we go with a western to eastern flight path, starting off at El Pozo and ending at El Azahar. The first teams to jump are Team 17, which is the Sons of Odin team, along with Team number 4, Jen, and Team 15, NH. And a few teams have dropped in the middle of the flight path, with Team 21, which is FE, and Team 23, made up of RPG, and Team 22, which is Zen, have all jumped and are going south towards the Picado area, with Team 22 stopping at Power Grid. And we then have Team 19, Salty Snakes, and Team 3, Jen, going towards Tierra Bronca and possibly Campo Militar, with Team 13, NH, just going right to the end towards the coastline. And Riot Mystic has got the first knock of game number 3, so let's go straight over to have a quick look as Riot takes on Team 21 inside the arena. Riot Mel has been knocked by FE Mama and is then taken down completely. Riot Mystic is now running around to try and get the finish, and that is FE Mama knocked. And Riot Mystic gets 2 kills for team number 10. And VPR Sean has taken down Riot Panda, as Deathly Hallow Siren takes down Nugget, Mr. Knight takes down Pen Murdoch, and Siren gets the finish. Tango takes down Volt Plays. And Rogue Fallen takes down Pen Murdoch. Riot Panda has been revived, but unfortunately Riot Mel was taken down. So Riot are still nearby to the YouTube team. There is some space between them, so they have got time to just think about the way they want to play this. Pen Cons comes in and gets the knock on Rogue Fallen. So let's go straight over to team number 6 as they take on Team 5. Just near to Hacienda del Petron. And Team M has just been taken down, as has LTS Merlin. Team ZM's taken down. Pen Vish is killed also, and Pen Cons. And the Zen team has got themselves a little squad wipe, giving them 4 kills. Mr. Knight is now going to try and get the revive on Belly. Phil takes down Jen Nick of team number 2. So let's jump straight over as team 2 find themselves up against team 25. And Little Vlad takes down Nix. And Zen Rider gets the knock on Badman. Jen Fitzy takes down Zen Rider. Vape Denny takes down Little Vlad and gets the kill. And Vape Denny takes down LTS Merlin. And Salty Snakes Avery takes down Deathly Hallows Buff. So let's jump straight over to team number 9 as they take on team 19, Salty Snakes. And Thor is getting the revive on Buff at the moment. And they're still shooting towards team 19. Zen Rider gets the kill on Badman. Sirius gets the knock on Thor as team 19 start making a push forward. And that is Sirius getting a knock on Deathly Hallows Buff. And that is Andy getting the knock on Fuji, with Sirius getting the knock and kill on Andy with the help of Finn. Jammy knocks Finn and gets the kill there. And it is now Jammy going up against Sirius and Avery. And Jammy is unfortunately taken down by the Salty Snakes team as they now try and get the revive on Fuji. And here we see the first zone, and it has moved to the east. And Jen Nick gets a knock on Zen. So let's have a quick look as Zen Rider is now knocked. NH Obelisk takes down a Belly. And NH Flareon takes down CL Shay. And Nick is now throwing a grenade towards Team 25 with Shinobi taking down NH Duke. And Bayleaf gets the return kill on Shinobi. And Zen Rider is still knocked. Looks as though Zen Don is the closest teammate near to her. And may try and get the revive very shortly. And Zen Rider has been revived. And is now healing up using bandages. We have Phil across the road at northeast. We have Don and Alex just over towards north 5. We have Jen Temper 80. We have Nick at 100. And Fitzy on top of the mountain by the church at southeast. Grenades have been thrown towards Gen Nick, but haven't been able to hit him. A well-thrown grenade was just thrown by Phil, but Gentem had the time to move, so left the building and has now rejoined Nick. They are now retreating back slightly with an aim to go toward Gem Fitzy up by the church to get a bit more height over Team 25. And looking at the map, let's have a quick look now at Team 12, who are still near to Picardo, along with Team number 10. And that is Gem Fitzy taking down Zen Don with a Car 98. And that is what height can really do for you. It gives you a much better overall look at the landscape and allows you to work out exactly where each player is. And it looks as though the YouTube team and Riot are not interacting at the moment. So until they do, let's move over to Team 25 again, as they remain rather close to Team number 2, the Gen team, who are now up on the mountain by the church, with Zen Rider just looking out the window at the moment, but hasn't got a good enough shot at any of the Gem players right now, so we'll probably need to move location. Right, Panda takes down VPR Sean. As the Riot team keeps fighting against the YouTube team. And Queenie takes down Hazy. Gem Fitzy takes down Alex. Queenie gets a kill on Hazy. Neo on Dotter. And Vape Denny takes down NH Marcus, with Gen Temp knocking Don and getting the kill. So Alex has just been revived. And unfortunately it has been at the cost of Zen the Dom being taken down. Shots are still being fired towards Team 25 by Jen. And that is Zen Rider taking down Gen Temp. The play zone finishes off DJ Sniper, who appears to be AFK, leaving Sons of Odin Tiger, Deadpool and Grim to move into the zone. And let's now have a look at Fitzy of team number 2. And Fitzy has just thrown a grenade, and that has now made Phil move over. And Fitzy now throwing with a Car 98 towards Zen Rider, who almost takes him down. And they are inside the blue at the moment, so getting damage that much is a risky move to make. Despite the fact that although this is the early zone and won't do a lot of damage, you still really don't want to take that risk. And Fitzy shoots with the Car 98, but just misses his shot. And Zen Rider is now taken down by Fitzy as she tried to get across the road. Alex is crouched by the lorry at the moment. VPR Sean gets a knock on Riot Panda as Teams 10 and Team 12 still go up against each other at Picardo. We have Phil rotating around the left towards 255. And if Jen are not too careful, he will be able to sneak up on them. Alex has now been taken down too. And Ryder has been taken out completely. And Phil is now starting to make his final rotation. And that is another kill there for the Gen team. They have 3 at the moment. And it looks as though Phil has just managed to get away scot-free. But for now, let's go back over to team number 10 at Picardo. As we see Riot taking on the YouTube team. And Mystic is just leaning at the moment, trying to get a shot on the YouTube team. But they are using the buildings well to their advantage at the moment, using them for cover. And are now moving away in vehicles. And Jen Malice gets the knock on Zen Neo with an AWM. By the looks of it. So let's jump straight over to Zen Neo and have a quick look as Team 22 go up against Team 3 Gen, who have just called in a flare drop. And YouTube Nifty takes down Damo. So they drive away from Team 10 and straight into another team, with Damo being the unfortunate party that is taken down by Team 12. And Gem Fitzy managed to find Phil, and that is a full squad wipe now, with Fitzy getting the finish on Team 25. Neo has been knocked again. As Nyx and Queenie now make a push, going on the right side of team number 3. With VPR Sean now getting a knock on Gen Blocks. And now we have it with Jen Darshan being taken down by Nick. And Queenie gets the finish. And Neo is taken down by Jen Knotts. Jen Knotts is then knocked by Vape Denny. And then Jen Dennis is taken down too, as well as Jen Knotts and Jen Malice. And VPR Sean takes down NH Nemesis. but NH Obelisk gets the knock on Sean with a grenade. Lionheart's Grizzly takes down Gen Spook. NH Ranger takes down HD Flash. NH Pre-Mixed gets a knock too, and that is Iron Game getting the kill on Sean. NH Obelisk taking down Nifty, and Susan Jacqueline taking down Lionheart's Grizzly. And now Susan Jacqueline and Jen Blocks are all that's left of Team 4. Lionheart's Grizzly is knocked for a second time, with Susan Jacqueline using the M16. The vehicle is now smoking, with Vaka taking down Sirius, Venus taking down Avery, Fuji taking down Venus, and then to finish off, Moonin gets the kill on Fuji, with Snipes taking down Venus. YouTube Jakey takes down NH Ranger. And Vape Denny gets the knock on Jen Temp. And here we see the next zone is now moved near enough to the centre of the map. We still have the graveyard, parts of Picado, parts of San Martin, and part of Minas Generalas still in play. We now have Riot going up against Sons of Odin alongside Zen, and Ver to knock Sons of Odin Jacko with a grenade. So let's have a quick look as Team 16 take on Team 7. And Vape Denny gets a knock on Gen Nick. Snipes gets a knock on DH Tango. Zen Neo gets a knock on Gen Fitzy. And Vape Denny gets the kill on Nick, Neo on Fitzy. And Queenie takes down Gen Temp. Lionheart's Blue takes down YouTube Jakey. As Sons of Odin now find themselves going up against Team 8, Deathly Hallows 2. And Vert gets a knock on DH Bazza. And Sons of Odin Deadpool takes down Riot Ghost. And Riot Mystic gets the knock on Tiger. Redders takes down Zen Venom and gets the kill. And grenades are now being thrown back and forth between Sons of Odin and Zen. Deathly Hallows are still on the left-hand side towards southeast. And looked as though momentarily Sons of Odin were being chased by Zen. But in the Morado they have gotten away with no problem at all. Right Ghost now knocks Sons of Odin Tiger. Lionheart's Blue takes down NH Ranger. And Sons of Odin Moonin and Vakra have had to abandon their vehicle as it is now smoking. NH Obelisk takes down Lionheart's Matt. Panda gets a knock on Sons of Odin Grim. Obelisk takes down Lionheart's Blue. Panda then gets the wipe on the other Sons of Odin team, with NH going up against Lionheart's. Redders takes down Verts. Missy takes down Siren and Bazza. Moonin gets a knock on Zen Missy. Vape Denny gets the kill on Siren. Redders on Verts. Moonin gets the finish on Missy, with Tango getting the finish on Snipes. And NH get Matt with Lionheart's Blue taking down Ranger, and the Playzone finishing off Lionheart's Blue, with NH Premixed finishing off Lionheart's Alpha. And Bazza has just been knocked by Vape Denny. And unfortunately that is it, with Vape Denny getting the finish. So let's move over to team number 8 just for a moment and have a quick look. Sons of Odin Deadpool gets the kill on RPG, as Redders and Tango now try and make their way safely into zone, despite the fact that they have Team 16 who are now driving away. So that may be the chance they need, but they do have Team 13 still firing at them. And that is Deadpool with kill on RPG Python. And Redders and Tango are now boosting up before they make their way to zone. They have Team 14 NH up ahead at 230. And Riot is now going up against Sons of Odin with RPG nearby. And Vape Denny gets the knock on NH Obelisk. And then gets the kill too. Also taking down NH Pre-Mixed. And we have Panda scoping towards Redders of Teammate Deathly Hallows. And has Team 4 Jen just coming in on the right hand side. Right Ghost takes down RPG Daryl with a Car 98. Legolas is now taken down too, with Mystic getting a finish on Lola. NH Flareon takes down Vaka with Redders getting the kill, and Vape Denny taking down Duke. Redders then takes down Sons of Odin Moonin 2. And Flareon then gets the knock on Tango. And Susan Jacqueline is knocked by Mystic, as Panda then focuses his shot on Jen blocks. NH Flareon gets the finish on Tango. As Mystic and Ghost now try and make a push. Nyx takes down Susan Jacqueline. Bailey takes down Redders. Vape Denny takes down Ghost. And Nyx takes down Mystic. Neo gets a finish on Gem blocks. So Panda will now try and move in to get the revive. And just manages to avoid the gunfire from Team 22. And is now reviving Ghost and then Mystic. But Bayleaf had other ideas, firing in and getting the kill on Panda. And just like that, we are now down to our final two teams. Team 13 NH, Team 22 Zen. As they now go into a completely open playing field with nothing but the ridges to keep them hidden. And NH Big Steve gets the knock on Zen Neo, with Vape Denny taking down NH Bayleaf, who is now being revived by NH Duke. We have Flareon firing towards him at the moment, taking down AOD Nyx. Queenie is up on her feet, will try and possibly get the revive on the air, but it's just too late. We have Vape Denny getting the revive on Nyx at the moment with smoke being thrown. We have Flareon and Duke pushing on the left-hand side, rotating. We have Bayleaf and Big Steve. Their car's been exploded, so that will now give them another aspect of cover. And Duke and Flareon are now rotating left with a grenade being thrown, just missing the shot. And that is Bayleaf knocked, with Big Steve rotating right. And Flareon and Duke down at 340 rotating left. Vape Denny then gets the knock on Big Steve, so it's now Flareon and Duke to go up against them. And Nyx is now making a push, but gets knocked by Duke. And Vape Denny and Queen are now going up against Duke and Flareon from Team 13. Duke then gets knocked by a brilliantly thrown grenade by Queenie with some assistance from the blue zone. So it is now Flareon going up against Queenie and Vape Denny. And Flareon takes down Queenie. It is now Flareon against Vape Denny to get the win. Flareon is now getting that rotation and is now by Queenie and the Rock. And that is it. And the winner of game number 3 is NH with 9 kills. We then have Zen Team 2 in second place, with an incredible 23 kills, with Vape Denny getting 14 kills alone. We have Riot in third with 8. We have Jen in fourth with no kills. We have Deathly Hallows in fifth with 7. We have Sons of Odin in sixth with 4. And then we have RPG in 7th with no kills too. If you have enjoyed this stream, please follow the channel with new content added daily. You have been watching Genesis Squad Scrims, and all that is left for me to say is please take care, stay safe, and we will see you the same time next week. Good night guys, and thank you very much for watching.